Alright, today we're going to take a look at some sweeps from butterfly guard. So, essentially in butterfly guard, what we try to do is we try to get up straight so we can go into our multiple sweeps. So, there's a lot of ways to approach this, but by far the simplest and what I usually teach is by getting control of the head or the armpit here and getting control of one of the arms. And this is quite easy. You can do this as you're fighting here. He might be grabbing your head or anything. You can just grab here. This is fine. You don't need to go over or under or whatever. This is actually a good grip for this sweep. So from here, what we're going to do, I'm going to move his head towards the other side, towards the floor here. And I'm going to go onto one shoulder, like so. So it's important that I don't go to my back, but I go to my shoulder. From here, I'm going to lift the hook and we're going to roll on top. Obviously here, we try to go into good positional basics. And so, don't worry too much about what kind of grip you have. You can do this. You can do this with multiple kinds of grips. So, if he grabs your head, something like this is fine. If he tries to body lock you, something like this is also fine. Just squeeze the elbow inside and move the head towards the other side. As soon as you move the head, right there, you can see you already get some lift there. So, look something like this. When you're fighting for position, boom, up and go. Okay, so what will happen during the sweep sometimes is that people tend to post out. So sometimes it will be difficult to sweep him as he moves his weight towards the other side. If this happens, what I do, I put my toes in the mat like this and I'm going to hike up. So my toes go into the mat and I'm going to move my hips up, 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 up and over. And we get into our sweep anyway. So you can force the sweep for really putting your toes in the mat and getting your hips up higher than your opponent. As we go high, you will start turning. So this is by far the easiest sweep to hit from butterfly guard, and yeah, it's one you should definitely practice because it will get you a lot of success from this position. Okay, second one. Another one I really like because you can use it. It's basically the same idea. You can use it together with an attack. From here, a lot of times you will be able to snatch the head and go into positions like this. Of course, if you have a good guillotine, you can track guillotines, arm in, whatever. But mostly here, again, we can force sweeps. Well, if we're here and his head is on the floor, this is the arm he can base out with. So I'm not going to sweep towards this side, I'm going to sweep towards the other side. And here the same idea applies. So we're going to go towards the mat, and from here you can immediately, boom, start sweeping. And a lot of times, you can use this, boom, to try and attack the neck from top position. So a lot of beginners have the tendency to grab the neck. And one really important skill is to learn not to just try squeezing here and putting your arms out, but actually start using it to sweep. And again, you can also just let go of the head and complete your sweep. So especially if you're a beginner, you will end up in positions where you control somebody's head from these butterfly guard positions. So use it to sweep. Don't just pull his neck and hope for the best, but try to get on top of it. Okay, third one. Also very good one from butterfly guard is trying to get back exposure. So we're fighting here, and again he's trying to make contact. What we do, we try to seize the wrist on one side, just normal wrist control will suffice. And from here I'm going to go inside towards the arm drag position, like this, and I'm going to pull him forward. Yeah? And don't pull too much. It's basically what I try to do is just connect my shoulder with his shoulder here, and we try to move into positions like this. And don't try to swing your leg over, this will have you be thrown off. Just control the hips, like here on the back, and from here you can start working towards your positions. Alright? So, let's go. From here, very simple grips. Just seize the wrist, go inside towards the arm drag. As you pull, try to connect your shoulders here. If you try to pull back now, it will be difficult. From here, I'm just going to start climbing. You don't need to be quick to do this. A lot of people, what I see a lot of people making the mistake is basically just pulling and then trying to go around. But then it becomes a speed game. Just pull them towards you and stick yourself towards it. If you now try to pull out, this will be very difficult to pull out from. From here we can start building our base and getting the back. Yeah? Okay. Final one. Also a good approach if somebody's sitting back more. So the sweeps we just saw is basically somebody coming towards you. Yeah? So he's going towards you. If he tries to, if he doesn't want to be pulled forward into these kind of positions, they tend to sit up a lot. If this happens, you can use that. Just put your hand behind you, make a frame across his body, and I'm now going to escape my hand out and just do the push. Super simple, even seems stupid, but it works very well if somebody's just not wanting to go into your butterfly guard. So we're here, and I try to sweep him, he keeps pulling back. From there, it's a very easy knockover and sweep. And sometimes if they really get up, you can also use it to get into singles. So if we're here and I try to, for example, try to grab an arm drag and he pulls out, and he gets up on one leg, something like this might happen, you have to wrestle him down. So really nice way to hit sweeps from butterfly guard.